Welcome back to the Psychic Soul Healer channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Scorpio tonight. Know that energy is fluid. Roles can be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Now, if you're new to the channel, you'll soon learn that this is a shadow healing channel. So I do look at what goes on the surface in your situation, but I like to look even deeper. Why? Because it gives you an opportunity to see your situation from a different perception. A lot of times that's very healing. And then we are actually able to see what we can do to actually balance out the energy within your situation, because there's many different realities that play it at one time. Your level of consciousness will determine your core beliefs, your actions, your habits, your behaviorisms, and those things are the things that determine your karma. So this is why I like to do those readings. So if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you have to be open, number one, to get a shadow reading. Number two, like the video. Number three, subscribe to the channel. And then always write the word of the video in the comment bar. The word of the video is always how I like to start off my readings. It's how spirit triggers my intuition. But again, you're going to write the word in your comment bar, and you'll know if I chose you, if I wrote the word winner underneath. If I did, just reach out to me through my email. All important information, by the way, like my email address and Patreon for the Shadow Healing Coaching Program, and everything else you can find in the description box below. All right, so you just reach out to me through my email, which I believe is under Laura Schwalm 70@gmail.com. If it's not, you'll find it again in the description box. Okay, and I do make you reach out to me through my email. So then this way, the day of your reading, you'll have the link right in your email. You know, you'll get it usually a day before, maybe a few hours before, but you'll always find it. A lot of times when people don't have the email and I try to post on the YouTube channel, they could never find the link. So I just find it to be very easy. Self-observation, self-observation. So personally, Scorpio, I think you are in a place of self-observation by looking at your life and seeing what it is that you really want in your life. And there's a lot of reasons why this is happening at this time. Number one, I feel like you thought that you were going to be in a connection. You thought that a certain person was going to come back into your life, and they haven't. Um, and now, because they've made you wait for a really long time, there's a sense that, even though you know that this person has feelings for you, you can still feel them. Again, they're a soulmate. You can still feel the chemistry and the passion, but because they held back from you for so long and played so many games, there's a sense that you don't want that type of relationship. And also, this person, because of the way that they acted, they did make you really look at yourself. Look at yourself like not just what you want your life to look like, but what you'll put up with and what you won't. And I feel as if this person really does have feelings for you, but played a lot of games and played a lot of games to get so that they didn't have to commit, so that they didn't have to put in that much effort. They wanted you to, they actually didn't think that you knew what your value was, is what I'm really feeling, Scorpio. And this doesn't mean that they didn't have feelings for you. I just feel as if they're commitment phobic and they've been in a lot of bad relationships and they kind of feel like a misfit in that area, and they usually get what they want. So, like I said, you're looking at yourself and you're saying, first of all, I trusted this person. So, whenever we trust a person and then that's their attitude, and we find out that that's their attitude, there's almost a sense of, again, looking at ourselves to be like, why didn't I see that? And wait a minute, do I want that? No, I don't want that. And what would I expect? And if I was with this person, what would my life look like? There's a lot of, again, because of this connection. And I also feel like it's almost flipped, that the person that played all these games, they're looking at themselves and they're not liking what they see. And the reason why is because you, I feel like went cold. You just didn't talk to them and they thought it was a game for a little while. And what they see is that it's not a game. And so they're in a place of trying to figure out what they want. So this is where, with the underlining energy to your reading, we're going to see why I just channeled that. We're going to see why that's the message. But we're going to first start by looking at the hidden truths, okay? And the hidden truths will tell us what the person's real intention is. Usually when people have shadows, they want you to perceive them through their persona that they show, but that's not really who a person is. This person has feelings. They didn't want to put in that much work. I want you. But there's still a lot of passion, and I feel like their little plan kind of backfired on them. They thought that they were going to get you to give more. They thought that you were going to act a certain way. And I've been getting that a lot lately, to be honest with you, in readings, like people like taking it too far and really being sure that they're going to get a certain reaction and it completely backfiring on them, which is what makes the person look at themselves to be like, wait a minute, um, I thought that you were this person, and by you not acting that way, now you're challenging my reality. So I actually feel like this person's getting a little, there's anger, but there's also like passion, because this person's still thinking about you. So their feelings are actually growing stronger. I remember every detail of that day. I feel like they remember the last time that you guys were together. Maybe again, you kissed, you held hands. It was something that was pretty innocent, but the energy that they felt, that again, the deep connection, the comfortability, I feel like they took it for granted. I can't stop thinking about you. So they're like, again, a little bit obsessive now because there's a sense that you, number one, you're the one that got away. You were the real deal right from the beginning, because they were so sure of themselves. They actually don't want to think that this connection isn't going to work out now. They don't want to see this as a missed opportunity. And this is why they can't stop thinking about you. Partially, it's because they really do have strong feelings for you, but also part of it is their ego. I feel like this person was a little delusional because they didn't feel like they needed to do anything, but they actually thought that you were a sure thing. So they didn't really have to put any effort in. That's what I'm getting. And now that's what's making them look at themselves. And it's making you look at yourself too, like, I don't want to be with someone that doesn't give. I am filled with regret. Of course they are, because they know that they sabotaged this connection for no damn reason, for playing games. And I don't think that they knew that they had feelings for you, but they just thought that it was a sure thing. And I think it's because you were nice to this person, you gave this person time, and they're not used to people giving them time unless it's a person of lower hanging fruit, someone that doesn't really care that much about themselves or know their worth, I should say. Sometimes we don't know our worth and we give too much. And this person felt the chemistry, so they automatically assumed always felt like home. There was a familiarity. They thought this, like you said, you're supposed to be with me. You're going to be with me. I don't have to do anything. I'll come back to you. There's a sense of you're not coming to them. They waited, they were hoping to bump into you, they were waiting for a sign. You haven't given them a sign. There's a sense that now you got this person's attention. I feel like they did not really take you seriously in the beginning because they're used to this. Like if they're used to coming into people's lives and pretty much getting what they wanted. This is not what happened here. So what they're saying is, you're not coming back. So if I'm gonna even have a chance. I'm the one that's got to come back to you. And they're like, they know that they want to do that. They don't really know how they're gonna do it. I feel like they feel really sheepish about it. You are the first thing on my mind when I wake up in the morning. Again, this obsessive energy where I feel like the energy is getting stronger and stronger instead of weaker and weaker. And that's what's really flipping out your person and making them look at themselves because they're having to feel feelings and emotions that they've never felt before. And they don't like it because they feel like they're out of control. I can see myself with you in the future. I feel like this person, like in all the time that they did hold back and play games, they were still observing me from afar. They would still, like, again, assume that you guys were going to be together. But I feel like as time has gone by, like I said, their feelings have gotten stronger. They've witnessed a change in you, but also they can see how like you would compliment them. They see how, they can compliment you, that there's um this energy that I feel like there is a sense of almost like past life, that they past life twin flame relationship, almost like there's a knowing for them that they're supposed to be with you. My issue with this is that this person just undervalued it. Um, I think the world of you. So they really do, like I said, have very strong feelings for you. I just feel like this person's not emotionally intelligent. They're not comfortable communicating. I have sexual fantasies about you. See the passion that's all through this. It's like it's all passion driven because this person hasn't really taken the time to get to know you. They have witnessed you, I guess. And so there's a sense that they feel like they know you already, even though I feel like they don't really know you. Now I want to see like what type of relationships or what they're going to do. This one just fell out, so I'm going to read it. I watch you on social media. That's what I said before. And interact and internet is my way of staying close and finding out more about you. And that's what I just said. Like they feel like they know you because they've stalked you. They feel like they know you, but that's not the way a person has really. A relationship is two people together, not one person. And there's a sense that I don't feel like your person thinks that people would like them, that you like them, um, because they have a hard time liking themselves. There is a sense of they don't want to be vulnerable. And why I say that is like relationships are like two people that want to get to know each other. This person wants to get to know you, but they don't want you to really get to know them. I feel the sexual energy between us, yet it's beyond physical attraction. It needs to be elevated to the expression of deep, unconditional love. So again, like there's that twin flame energy again, where it's all passion. And though they know that it's a lot more than that, like I said, this person sees themselves with you, and there's a sense of comfortability. You feel like home, but it needs to be elevated where this person surrenders their ego, where they stop looking for signs and come straight up and say what they need to say and stop playing games, because that's what it is. It's like they're too low vibe, and they're low vibe because they're afraid. I'm feeling like this one. Okay. I need to be strong in who I am before I can merge my energy with yours in the 3D. I'm afraid I could lose myself in this relationship. So this person has had bad relationships. Like I said earlier, they're not good in that department. They're not good at letting people in. They don't want to be vulnerable. And so there's a sense of watching you on social media, feeling as if they know who you are, and then this way, if they were to run into you or have a conversation with you, it's almost like they would act as if they were into the same things that you were, that they would try to find common interests because they don't almost feel like you wouldn't find them interesting. But that's because they don't find themselves interesting. See, and a lot of times, like with our soul relationships, when we need healing, what we do is we project. This person's projecting how they feel as if you are going to feel that way. And that's, again, the unconditional love that this person does have for you. I just feel like it's easier for them to have the sexual feelings for you more than the emotional feelings because they've gotten hurt. But nevertheless, I believe that that's what makes this person elevate, especially if they see a life with you. I want to let my guard down with you, but fear makes me lash out in self-defense. So I feel like there is a very strong, again, emotional connection, and they do, but that due to their bad relationships, it's like they're projecting again their fears, and that's what I just said before. So I'm feeling like you can't fix anybody. They have to fix themselves. I'm conflicted about whether I have what it takes to be your partner. Again, their low self-esteem. So we can actually see this is what the self-observation really actually is. I feel like this person, and this is what you're seeing. And this is really why you're like, do I want to be with this person? I feel like in the beginning you thought that they were a player, and they are a player, but they disguise themselves as the player because they're really insecure. And so with you, they know that they have to step up. They know that this is a real connection. And this is why everyone is like looking at themselves right now and saying, is this really what I want? What do I want? Everyone's trying to figure it out. I'm gonna pull one more. We have a past life connection. Memories are surfacing either consciously or unconsciously. And this is again what I said in the beginning that um, that that soul connection is like past life. I feel like it's a twin flame relationship because this person is really uncomfortable with being at the same vibration. This relationship, like I said, this would call them to step into their divine being. I wish I could say what I really feel. Someday I will, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. So what we see is that this person is figuring it out. It's not that they don't have feelings for you, they do. Is that they know that they need healing. So we need to say, okay, when a person hasn't stepped into their divine counterpart, there's still a past life karmic mate because they're not doing anything. And what they did is they came into your life to teach you something at this moment. Now, can they evolve into a twin flame? Yes, into a complete divine counterpart if they do the work and they do the healing work. And it looks like this person is going to do that. But right now, they're just like a past life karmic mate that came into your life to teach you something about yourself because the universe never, the lesson is never just for one person. It's when it's a divine relationship. And any divine relationship is anytime you wind up with any type of soul connection to your soul family, your tribe. Those people come into your life to teach you something, to show you something. And that's what we need to say right now. We need to say, well, being that this person like is imbalanced, why would the universe bring you someone that's imbalanced? Because we see that they're insecure. They don't really 100% feel confident to be in this type of relationship. And I feel like because they've had a lot of bad relationships. So, nevertheless, the universe still brought you this person. So we have to look and see, what is it, wonder? Well, being that this person didn't really give you anything, and there's a sense of they still are holding back because they don't really know what they want. It's more about you discovering what you want. When they say wonder, it's like the wonder in you, the wonder in the world, that like what stirs your soul up? What do you wonder about what your life could actually look like? Or are you just tunnel visioned in, being with a person where really we're not down here to have attachments to people, but it's about having a love affair with ourselves so we can become the vibration of unconditional love. That only happens through finding things that we love and really investing in ourselves in that way. And that's where we find, again, wonder. It's like there's more to life than just this relationship. And that when we have inner child wounds, of like when this card comes out, it means that you weren't allowed to go out and like find the wonder in you, or to find out what stirs your soul up, because there were other things that took precedence. So we would have to reparent ourselves, and we might not even know we needed to heal this. So this is why the universe brought this person into your life. They brought this person into your life to teach you, to show you that there's more to life than somebody being with somebody that's broken. I feel like I might have had a bunch of relationships with people that kind of like never give you what you need, always seem to be a little bit broken, making you feel broken. So that there's a lot more to life, that you're blocked, and the only way to unblock yourself is, like you said, to see what else is out there in the world, and then to go and and it was also protection, right? So this person didn't make you feel safe. So, but safety doesn't come from anything except for being strong within yourself, because only now do we get divine guidance. And when we act on that divine guidance, we see a good outcome. We begin to trust ourselves. We don't really need protection from anyone except for ourselves when we're grounded in ourselves. So, like I said, I feel like this person did, being that they didn't bring the emotional support to you because they weren't here, because they're not capable, because they don't 100% know how to be in a relationship due to all the past toxic relationships that they've been in, and they haven't never healed themselves. There's again the continual projection, which makes them not be able to give to you, which makes you again feel lonely, isolated, and definitely not loved, not, and like you said, supported. So that's mainly what I feel. I feel like this person triggered abandonment, and to cleanse yourself of believing that you're not lovable. And you can cleanse yourself by, again, investing in yourself, going out and seeing like what stirs your soul up, like I said. So because this is where it is right now. While they're healing, you shouldn't be sitting there waiting. The universe brought you this person so also to awaken certain things within inside of you. If by chance, when they come back, you're ready to be with them, you'll have a better understanding whether or not you want to be with them if you've invested in yourself. Because what'll happen is, when we don't go out into the world and see what else is out there, and we put all our eggs in one basket, it's like we're selling ourselves short. But if you actually have a love affair with yourself and go out and see what again is out there in the world, that's going to stir up your soul, that's going to feed you energy, that's going to connect you to like-minded people, that's going to take you into a whole other place. And that's maybe a new job. It could be a new place to live. It could be a new relationship. It could be anything. It's like the wonder of it. It's like when you feed yourself and you live that way, you're living your bliss. Then what happens a lot of times when this person kind of figures it out because they say, I can see myself with you, I'm going to come back, but I need to heal right now. Well, when they come back, now you have something to compare. Now you have something to, not just compare, but being that you've dated and you've invested in yourself, you're going to hold to a certain standard. And that it's really an unconscious standard. You're not going to say, you need to do X, Y, Z for me. But what it is that you've invested into yourself, you've loved yourself. So you're going to expect that your person contributes to your life. And and when I say contribute, it doesn't mean pay for things. It means like emotionally bring something to the table. This person didn't. And I feel like you cleanse yourself of believing that that is because of you, that you're not lovable, that can't have it. To be with someone that doesn't make you feel safe. Again, it goes back to the fact that you make yourself feel safe. And so we don't need to be really protection. We need to feel strong within ourselves. The illusion of needing protection always comes down to the fact that we're not strong within ourselves. All right. Now we can ask, what other energy can we, pull in to balance out our energy even more? Because even if, we do all this, there's still a sense if you were connected to this person, you give this person energy that you would have wanted them to step it up. And if they didn't, you'd be a little depleted. So you'd always want to a little bit more spiritual, like knowledge, like, hey, what can we do to make ourselves feel better, to balance out our energy? And what else were we supposed to learn from this situation? And this is listen to life. I'm attentive to the world around me. Signs and symbols guide me to success. I listen and discover the ways to eternal. Now, again, I always believe eternal is that everlasting life, that again, that heavenly place, because there really is no death. It's just a level of consciousness. But listening to life means we're being led by our intuition. That what spirit is saying is, hey, listen, if you go out and you go out to discover what stirs your soul up, what'll happen is that the universe will conspire to bring you more things, and you will be led by your intuition. And that is really what makes you feel safe. That's what makes you feel supported, because what you're seeing is that the universe is conspiring to bring you everything that you need, and that you get strong within yourself first before attracting a person that can't give anything because they're not strong. And what spirit is saying is you're not 100% strong because of what you've gone through. And this person made you, again, feel a certain way. But if you didn't have that wound, they couldn't have made you feel that way. So instead, when go and you know, do integrate by, again, discovering what stirs your soul up, what your passions are, well, then, like I said, you listen to your intuition because that's how the universe conspires. And that, at the end of the day, really is what allows you to be able to go with the flow of life instead of trying to control life. And so we all know that your person tried to control the relationship in the beginning. So they were coming from a place of fear. And that's why the relationship didn't work out. And now, now that you're balanced and strong, like you said, right now they're healing. It doesn't really say whether or not they make it back on time. And I think right now we're going to leave it like we won't know because they think they're going to. So it all resides on you. And that's going to depend on where you are, like I said. All right, I'm going to leave that there. I hope you resonated with this video, Scorpio, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.